lovely overcast day at Owen Park. Here's the entrance sign. So Owen Park is located near the Brady Heights district, which is really down that way. It's a historical district in Tulsa where there are some older houses and things like that, but this is the entrance of the park. It's located at Maybell and Edison Street. There's a children's museum there, and you have the sign that I just pointed out, and then you have this memorial over here, Indian Memorial, so that's pretty cool. Native American culture is a big deal here in Oklahoma. As you know, there was a Trail of Tears that led out here, and then I want to say the Osage Native Americans were already here prior to that. A little ways up we have Tulsa's oldest house, typical house in the 1880s. We do have a porch, whatnot. Guess this belonged to a Methodist minister. Alright, so we're gonna do a little walk around this house here. So unfortunately there's probably a homeless population around here who sleeps on this little back porch. But anyway, a little walk around the house. Obviously it's boarded up, there's shrubbery and whatnot, so there's that. The roof looks like it was recently done, which makes sense, you don't want water leaking into it. Alright, and so here is the Discovery Children's Museum. I'm not going to actually walk in here. Is a little bit older with some enhancements. I want to say this is the front entrance here, but we'll just walk up here. It's closed now because I'm here after hours, but any old way, you can kind of see inside. Yeah. So looks neat. Got some little informational guides here, and these are the operating hours for this museum. Okay, so we're now behind the museum here, and basically this is the left side of the park here. And yeah, so have a little bench over here, and then I think you have some handicap parking over there. There's not too much parking around here because this is an older part of town, so you know, yeah, it wasn't like they just built this park, and usually newer parks in Tulsa and the south side have a lot more parking, so that is that. Okay, and this is a field across the street. This is the Edison Avenue, I want to say, and it loops around the park, and there's a field over here. As you can see, there's soccer goals there. Playground is there. I'm not going to get too close there, but yeah. And right here is the main parking where I parked. Like I said, there's not much parking here. Okay, so like I said, my car is right here, and there are probably about 10 spaces here. So for the most part, schools come, and there's some auxiliary parking back here. But yeah, you probably want to come early. Alright, so now I have jumped to the complete other side of the park. Unfortunately, my plan today was to get up at 5, go to the gym, Then hit this park at about 6:30 because the sun has been coming up quite early here in Tulsa. And so at this point in time, there's a lot of children here, so I don't want to film around them for obvious reasons. But I'm on the edge of the park, and as you can see, I mean, this park is pretty open. There's not too much to it. Down there's a little trench area, and right here there's a pond, and there are quite a few ducks and geese, and a lot of female geese around here, or male, whichever the prettier ones are. But anyway, those guys, you can see them. But yeah, you have these little stands like this. There's one right there, there's one right here, and then there are a couple benches that overlook this pond, which is, you know, this is nice. You could sit out here on a summer day, and this water would actually offer somewhat of a cooling effect to the air around you. It's not going to be super cool, but, you know, it'd be nice. You could throw some bread in the water, feed the ducks and whatnot. And so there's a street that lines this area right here, and well, actually there's a road that goes all the way around this park and up there to that discovery zone, and there's some playgrounds up there. So we're down the ways a little bit, and so that's where I just came from, where there's the pond and everything, and there's this little, basically a dried creek bed. I imagine when it rains a lot, you get water coming from there, under that bridge, coming down here, and just flowing to those rocks into the pond, which is a great design because you don't want the park to flood or to be unusable for like a week after it rains. But you have these rocks, you can come up here and kind of stand. So that is Edison Street right there, and that is actually a golf course over there. So this is a nice area. You know, you have your rocks, and I could kind of see there being flowers here and people taking wedding pictures. I just came from over there. There's the pond. The little rock area was there. You have your little creek there, and then you have a little bridge thing right here. So yeah, I think we're still doing some work to that. So, and here is the top of the bridge. Kind of give you a little pan of the park here, but it's just really a simple park. It kind of reminds me of Woodward Park. I actually parked up over there, and then this area is really not used very much. This is really for water drainage and runoff, as you see in a lot of parks, so that they don't flood. Kind of, we manage the water around these neighborhoods. So